Take long. Yeah, this is giving me Brett Favre vibes back in the late 2000s. I will say this. When Brady had first announced his retirement, I thought that was pretty strange at first. Like, suddenly, just before the Super Bowl, he announced his retirement. Like, this felt very, very weird. Turns out it was weird in the first place. After 5 weeks away from the game, Tom Brady says, I'm going to play for at least another year for the Buccaneers. So for everyone that was hoping to go to Brady's Hall of Fame ceremony, Hall of Fame induction ceremony in, would it be 2027, along with Ben Roethlisberger and Adrian Peterson, they're going to have to wait a little while longer, at least another year, because looks like Brady is back with just another season. Oh my God! Like, my God, I know I'm both not shocked, but I'm also just dumbfounded because like I knew from the get go that there was something off here. I think a lot of this has to do with tension regarding the Buccaneers and his relationship with Bruce Arians with the Buccaneers. Like there was something up going on. So I think for the Bucks, they definitely struck a deal with Brady and he's staying for another year. So I'm sorry, Falcons fans. I'm sorry, Saints fans. I'm sorry, Panthers fans. And it looks like the Buccaneers are going to stay as it means that he says he wants to play until he's 45. Well, he's going to turn 45 in August, and if he wants to continue beyond that, that's his choice. If he wants to play as long as George Blanda, honestly, that's his choice. He had another All-Pro MVP caliber season at the age of 44. Seeing someone retire after that seemed very, very weird, especially now. But I think he's going to stay with the Buccaneers. So I thought he would go to the 49ers, but that's not going to happen. It looks like more than likely from here on out, he's going to be a member of the Buccaneers organization. And he's going to play and just keep playing until he sucks. That's what he said. Then it's what he said now. And even though it's maybe near the end for him, at the same time, it felt very weird going out like that, going out with, losing to the Rams in the divisional round. I mean, a very easy division. I mean, the Falcons are rebuilding for the most part. The Panthers aren't good. The Saints, it's just a mess. Like it's just insane right now. Like just thinking of Brady just unretiring. Like this reminds me about Brett Favre and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan retired 3 times. One for a short time, and another in 1999, only to come back for the Wizards. So yeah, could Brady unretire again? Potentially, he can retire yet again. But like, is it gonna be Ross Perot? Is he gonna be Brett Favre, where he retires after the Packers and then he decides to play a few more years for the Jets and the Vikings? But one thing is certain: with the Buccaneers having Brady for at least another season, that means that if Deshaun Watson was to get traded, it would probably be to a team like the Panthers or the Saints. How would that division be? Deshaun Watson versus Tom Brady versus Matt Ryan and versus Jameis Winston. That's a really good division for quarterbacks. I mean, it's obviously not on the level of the AFC West, but no other division is. So that's okay. But I would say, welcome back to the league, Brady. You you probably hated just sitting on his ass all day. Probably said, I need to keep training. And, considering that he was still on the TB12 method, I mean, doesn't shock me. It's supposed to be March Madness, but, I don't care if Gonzaga is the 1 seed or not. This is much bigger news than that. And, Brady is one of the most impactful and important people in the history of professional American football. No question about it. And yeah, he's still going to be crowding the attention along with Aaron Rodgers But yeah, Father Time, Brady's going to win this fight against Father Time. And I will say, yes, the NFL is always more fun when you have Brady there. And are the Buccaneers going to have 3 primetime games on Sunday night? Yes. It's been an insane week when it comes to quarterbacks. Yes, Brandon, he actually just unretired according to his Twitter account. He said he's coming back for his 23rd season with the Buccaneers. So, yeah. Just in time for free agency to drop. How convenient is that? Just so that way other players can come out and say, hey, I probably still want to play for the Buccaneers. Just for other Buccaneers players. So if Rob Gronkowski wants to go somewhere else, or Ndamukong Suh wants to go somewhere else, or Chris Godwin wants to go somewhere else, they now say they want to play for the Buccaneers. So, yeah. That division's already locked up. Hate saying that, but that's just the truth now. Man, it's gonna have he's also gonna be. I don't know if he played any of the Bills Toronto's games, but I think this means that if he ends up playing, it means that if he somehow ends up not, unless he ends up somehow not playing on the game they play in Germany, that means that Brady will be starting for the Buccaneers, starting for a team that played in London, in Mexico, and in Germany. That means he's the only quarterback to start in 4 different countries: America, the UK, Mexico, and Germany, which would absolutely be insane to think of. I don't think he played any games in Toronto for the Bills series. So 4, he might play in 4 different countries. Kim Kardashian's marriage to Chris Humphries lasted 32 days longer. Oh, man, that retirement felt so short. It was kind of sweet, but right after his final touchdown ball sold for $500,000, he decides to come back. So go figure on that. So I'm sorry, guys. It looks like we're going to have to wait another few years before his Hall of Fame ceremony. Probably 2030X or maybe 2028 or 2029. I don't know. It's going to be a while now, but yeah, it's crazy. Well, guys, take care. Hope you also check the news. And yeah, Brady's coming out of retirement. Surprise, surprise. We hardly really, it still felt like he was there, but now we know he's not leaving anytime soon. So much for those rumors. Take care, everyone.